Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching, listening. Today, this is going to be the full 2022 prediction and tarot reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. It's a little bit different than usual just because we're going to look at all of 2022. However, my reading flow is going to be the same. In the first column, we're going to take a look at what's closing out. So old energies, what's coming to a close for you in 2021. We're going to take a look at everything wonderful that's going to happen in 2022. We're going to take a look at 2022 career, finances, money. We're going to take a look at 2022 relationship, love, family. And last but not least, we will, of course, do a message from your spirit guide to carry in 2022 with you. Given that this is 2022 and it's such a long period of time, I would encourage you to check out your sun, moon, and rising, even if you typically don't. But with that being said, let's go and kick things off and get going. So, Aries, we have the affirmation card and summary card of I will protect. So you may have been doing some protection of yourself in 2021. You may have also been protecting others. Let's see what we get here. Okay. So what I'm getting is that this year might have started off a little rough, and I think it did get easier as we go along. But let's see here. The first card that we have is the Devil. This is a card of addiction, greed. Sometimes it's materialism or some sort of obsession, or maybe you're very envious of what those around you have. So it's a card of maybe not the best traits. However, I'm getting that you were put in a situation that brought this out. It's not necessarily who you are, Aries, but you may have been feeling emotions that you wouldn't typically be feeling. However, we moved away from this point in time. So there was a lot of personal growth that happened. So the next card that we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of sometimes betrayal, dishonesty. This is also a card of running away. If you look at this person, they're picking up their swords and they're trying to scoot off the card. They're trying to get away. There might have been times where you felt like you wanted to run away. You were trying to get away from certain things. Aries in 2021. You might have also felt like you had been betrayed or somebody was dishonest to you. That very well could have been what was bringing out some of those emotions. However, I see that we're ending the year really, really strong. With the Three of Cups, this is a card of friendship. This is a circle of support. This is very celebratory. So I feel like things did get better for you, Aries, but this might have been a trying year. It was really a learning year and an evolutionary year for you. Let's clarify, as we always do though, and see what comes up. Okay, so definitely some repeat messages coming through with the Seven of Swords. So I just keep getting the feeling that you were betrayed or somebody was dishonest to you, and that really was driving those devil type emotions. But we did move away. You kind of actually ran away from whatever this situation was, which is really important to move forward from something that wasn't feeling good for you. Definitely trying to protect yourself, which was very important. We have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is nurturing, it's healing, it's being supported. I feel like you had to make this movement in order to heal yourself, in order to be supported. And to return to kind of a nurturing person. You may have also found that there was a person that was nurturing you in this time. And then on top of our Three of Cups, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about giving or receiving help. It's also a card of generosity. So in some cases, I feel like people were giving you help, where you might have been continuing to help people even through this time. This Three of Cups is a very relationship type card, friendship type card. So it could have been a balancing act. You might have been giving and receiving support. But I do feel like your friends and your circle of support are quite generous. So I feel like this was evolutionary for you, Aquarius, Aries, which is good going into 2022. So for 2022, our affirmation card is I feel central. Being central is a good thing. It's like being able to feel yourself. Others around you kind of naturally gravitate towards you when you're in a central kind of state of being. But let's see what is going to happen. Again, we're looking 2022, so this is going to be pretty broad. But let's take us through the year here and see what we have going on. First card that we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card oftentimes of like heartbreak, loss. It could be depression or divorce for some of you. So I do think something is going to end. Maybe this is a bad relationship in 2021 that's going to finally come to an end. You're moving forward out of. Or this just could be something that happens that makes you sad. I will say, however, like everything is looking really good. So when this point hits, know that the grass is absolutely greener on the other side. Let's keep reading though, and of course we'll clarify. We have the Justice card. So this is like a cause and effect or win-win. In some cases, this is the truth coming out, and this is typically very favorable for you, Aries. Like looking at the balance beam that's being held, we have a sword. So I think you are going to win in whatever this situation is, although it can be kind of like a heartbreak situation. It's going to be for the better. It's going to be very beneficial for you. And things are going to come to light that put you back into a positive light. And then we do have the Wheel of Fortune card. Love the Wheel of Fortune, one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. This is a card of good fortune. This is a turning point. This is overall just luck. So I feel like without this, you can't get to the turning point. But justice will be served and you'll hit this wonderful point of fortune and being able to make that transition. Let's clarify what we have here. So the first card we have is the Knight of Cups. This is like a Prince Charming card. This is a romance proposal. So I do see that this is probably a relationship ending for some of you. This could be a start of a new relationship though. You could have like had a really heartbreaking relationship. And if you're seeking a new relationship in 2022, Prince Charming card is a great one to have. That's kind of like that excellent relationship or partner. This is also a card of romance and proposals. So you might be like leaving a person for a better person. Like whatever this is that's ending, you will be sad about, but it's like going to unlock this beautiful card. This is also a card of marriage and proposal. So some of you might find that you are getting married this year. You're getting proposed to, coming off of that other relationship. Then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a very confident and self-assured person. I feel like whatever happens that causes this heartbreak, it's going to leave you in a confident and self-assured position. Again, with the Justice, that makes total sense. It's a win-win. You come out better than you went in with the Justice card. So it will be very good. Then we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of retreat, rest, needing renewal, needing recovery. So I do think that there will be recovery from these events that have happened, possibly from that Three of Swords. But you're going to hit this turning point. Like I said, I think it will be very bright, very beneficial for you, Aries. So let's take a look at career, money, finance, investments, businesses you may own, kind of at a broad perspective. So everything that's going to happen in 2022 for you. Things are looking good on the money and career front, Aries. But let's read through each of these. First card we have is the Star card. This is like a card of renewal. It's hope. It's inner clarity. For some of you with this big star at the top here, you might be in the spotlight. So you could be in the spotlight career-wise, but you're going to be like hopeful about work and energy is going to be renewed. You could like start a new project or a new job that's really going to get you feeling good. Then we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. Wonderful card to have in your money, career, finance column. I would say that this will be a good year for money. This will be a good year for your career. You're going to have lots of celebrations, lots of successes. It's going to be like a steady stream of good news. Then we have the Nine of Cups. Another great card to have in that money column. So this is wishes coming true. This is a card of material abundance. So I think that this will be a very financially successful year for you, Aries. But let's clarify here and see what other messages we get. Oops. You can have both of those for this one. Another Pentacle card in the money. Have to love that as well. Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is leaving a legacy. It's inheritance sometimes. But in terms of leaving a legacy, it's like long-term money. So I would say that this is going to be a good year for you. You're setting yourself up to leave that legacy. Some of you may be receiving money through inheritance. This also, for some of you, you might be retiring too, which could be this renewal and energy, like you might be able to do something that you haven't been able to do before. But another great money card in our money column. These two kind of popped out together. We'll start with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very traditional, conventional, conformity type way. So you might be getting like formally recognized, going back to the star, kind of being in the spotlight. There might be true formal celebrations or recognition for you. Some of you might be winning like a renowned award, or you could be like being recognized as Employee of the Month. Some of you might be becoming like a partner in your business too. Not sure why that's coming through. But this could be like very formal recognition is what I'm getting. Then we have the Eight of Wands. Makes sense with what we just said. It's about news coming in. So that could be you getting news that you are receiving whatever recognition. This is also quick though. Eight of Wands is like things are moving quickly. So things are going to move quick in your career, which is not always a bad thing. Keeping it moving, keeping money coming in. Then we have the Page of Wands. This is very active. This is like new project or new creative idea. On top of the Nine of Cups, like whatever you're wanting will come to you. So this newness, this new energy, this new project, I think you'll be able to obtain it. And again, whatever this new thing is going to lead to material wealth. The Nine of Cups is very much so a material wealth card. So now let's take a look at love, relationships, family in our next column here. So the first card we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience. It's hard work. It's delayed success. It's having to wait. So this person planted the pentacles and now they're like waiting for them to grow and to come to fruition. So some of you may feel like you're in a waiting period. I'm getting the feeling that some of you are waiting for a baby. Some of you could be waiting for a relationship or a proposal. Of course, we'll clarify and see where this takes us a little bit further. But then some of you could also be like working hard in a relationship, which isn't a bad thing. Like, obviously you should work hard in your relationship because you care about that relationship. The next card we have is the Sun card. Really beautiful card to have in a relationship column. This is material happiness. This is joyous outcomes. This is success. So I would say this is a good relationship. If you are, again, waiting for that baby, I do think it will come. If you're waiting for a proposal, I do think it'll come. But this is like a joyous, true, happy relationship. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is kind of like a rock bottom card. For some, this could be a relationship that ended in 2021. Again, going back to, I think there was maybe a person that wasn't so great here, and feeling kind of low, but I would say things are going to get better. Like you might be waiting for something new, but like there's going to be very joyous, happy time for you. Again, some may have the relationship end. Another thing with the Ten of Swords, it's like making sure that you keep yourself moving forward. Let's clarify though. And see what we get. We have the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is about going in within yourself for clarity. It's very spiritual. So I feel like if some of you are waiting for answers, like you're going to know within. Maybe it's like deciding if you want to end a relationship or not. You kind of know the answer. Maybe you've been waiting to pull the trigger on it. But make sure you stay connected with yourself is what I'm getting from this card. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is like a hard-working card. So I would say that this is like a hard-working relationship, which isn't a bad thing, but like you're working for each other, you're working towards each other, you're working to make each other happy. So it's like a very commitment type, but definitely working to keep each other happy, which is a good thing to have in a relationship. That's on top of the Sun card, which is material happiness, that joyous outcome, it's success. So again, those two good cards together. Then we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords can mean an abusive relationship. I do want to throw that out there for some of you based on that Ten of Swords, that relationship ending. But with the Five of Swords, we also like, it's just not a healthy relationship. So I do see that there's some ending after possibly a point in time of waiting, but I feel like that's like end of 2021 energy, and there will be like this kind of brightness, this joy, this happiness coming through for you, Aries. Let's take a look at a message from our future self. I have the card, I am chosen. You are chosen to be here and serve a very specific purpose. But this is also like you're choosing to take care of yourself. You're choosing your friend group, you're choosing your relationships, you're choosing your future. So not only are you being chosen, but you're also making choices. So let's see what message comes through. This is message from future self or spirit guides for you to carry into 2022. We do have two major arcana to kick off with here. We have the Hermit card again. So two hermits side by side. This is like really making sure that you are getting clarity. You're asking yourself the right questions. You're on like a personal quest almost, Aries, is what I'm getting. Like you're just trying to figure out why you were chosen to be here and what you were chosen to do. So continue to navigate that, but make sure you are looking within. The Moon card is also another very intuitive card. This is about trusting your intuition. I would say that there'll be some voluntary changes too. The Moon typically serves as some sort of change. But it's a change that you want. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is a very hardworking card. And what the message is that's coming through is like, continue to work hard towards wherever you want to go or wherever you want to be. Let's clarify this column here. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a new baby, new relationship, proposal, marriage. So definitely some newness coming in for you. Could be good for some of you considering that there could be potentially relationship ending 2021. Some of you may be having a relationship ending in 2022. Regardless, make sure that you know what you want. You're going within for this new relationship. But just know there's newness coming in for you. We have the Eight of Swords. This is a card of self-imposition. So you see that this person is like bound, their arms are tied down and they're blindfolded, and then their sword sticking into the ground. But this person can very easily like kind of scoot back and cut themselves free. I actually like the Eight of Swords. I feel like it's a good warning sign is to like not limit yourself, not be questioning yourself, make sure you're trusting your intuition. You have those 2 intuition cards there. So don't limit yourself. That's on top of the Moon card, which is again an intuition card, and making those voluntary changes. Then last but not least, we have our 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is a card of self-defense or kind of protecting yourself. So we're going back to our protection theme here. But not necessarily a bad thing. Like, make sure you do protect yourself and your feelings and what you want to work towards is really what I'm getting. It's like, don't let people interfere. Like, you have a plan, Aries, that you're set on, and go for it. So at this time, if you are still having questions about 2022, I'm going to do my usual 3-card yes or no pull. We're going to pull 3 yes or no answers using the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have questions in mind, you can stop the video and think of them really quick. But first and foremost, we have the 2 of Diamonds. This is the number 18 card. I would say that this is going to be a yes for you. The next card we have is the 3 of Diamonds, the number 48 card. This is going to be a no. And then last but not least, we have the 2 of Clubs. This is number 46 card. This is going to be a no as well. So 3 yes or no answers there. I debated doing this, but I did decide to go for it. I am actually going to give you a year-long crystal. So we're going to pull a crystal from our Healing Stones deck. Let's see what we have. Oh, Fluorite. So your stone, Aries, for 2022 will be Fluorite. This stone helps provide order in your life and structure. It gives you clarity of thought, and it really keeps you healthy. Clarity is definitely a message coming through. I haven't pulled these cards yet, but I do want to pull for you. First one we're going to do is pull an Angel Wishes card. So this is a message from angels. Your animals in spirit are showering you with your love. That's very beautiful for those of you with animals that have passed. We're also going to pull a card from the Let Go deck. I have personally have problems letting things go, so love these Let Go cards. Reach, stretch, breathe, believe. What can you let go of to feel maximum joy? Wonderful advice going into this new year. And then very last but not least, I pull a card from the Healing Note deck because, you know, we could always use more healing. Our message here, what we have once enjoyed, we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes part of us. Thank you so much, Aries, for watching. Really great 2022 reading. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. If you subscribe, you'll be notified when I post videos in the future. I usually do a couple a month. Also, if you feel inclined, my Venmo is in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, Aries. Enjoy December and have a really wonderful 2022.